we discuss issues about this thing called life. Today's issue, Buhay Pari sa panahon ng pandemya. And we have with us today a newly ordained priest of the Rogationist Fathers, Father John Francis Aberion. Hello, Father Francis. Maraming salamat sa iyong oras.
Hello, Tita Rita. Hello, everyone who are joining us in this segment. And thank you for having me, Tita.
Our pleasure, Father Francis. O sige, Father, kailan ka nga ba inordained? Before Holy Week, naalala ko eh.
That was before Holy Week. March 13 lang po. Nung March 13 lang.
Why March 13? Meron bang significance ito? Kasi ako napapansin ko kapag yung May 13, yung Fatima, maraming nag-anniversary na pare. Bakit March 13? May significance ba ito sa iyo o sa mga kasabay mo o sa Rogationist?
It's a Saturday, so it's a day dedicated to Mama Mary.
Yes.
Pero I think the highlight of it is the availability of the Papal Nuncio.
Oh, all right. Oo. Pandemic na tayo no, pero so konti lang kayo sa simbahan, hindi nyo kami na-imbita. Puro live stream lang.
Ang invitation is via live stream lang. Imagine, it was not part of my dreams before. It was not part of the plan before. Anyway, there were a handful of who came, especially yung mga close relatives namin and some of our friends.
O sige, Father, ikwento mo nga, tell us about your vocation story muna. Kailan ito nag-umpisa? Kailan mo naisip na ikaw ay tinatawag?
Well, una sa lahat, priesthood was not my first choice. And hindi even to ina-expect ng family ko, although my family is I consider as a religious family. Sa father's side ko, they are a family of priests even. And never did they ever think na magpapari ako sa aming family kasi I was so sure na magiging engineer ako, no? But then I felt that that call nung nag-aaral na ako sa Rogationist College, no? Kung saan ako nag-high school.
Nag-high school ka sa Rogationist?
Yes, sa Silang po.
Sa Silang ka pala? Okay.
Sa Silang po.
Ano yun, nung nakikita mo yung mga pari doon, na-inspire ka?
Isa sa mga inspiration ko doon is very friendly sila at saka masayahin. So sabi ko noon, kasi before, I used to think na ang mga pari very seryoso. No?
Talaga? Ganun lang,
medyo snobbish ng konti, no? Mga ganyan, medyo separated from the world. But that was my perception about priests when I was young. But then when I was in Rogationist College, when I was studying Rogationist College, we've got a lot of Rogationist fathers na very friendly sa amin. Na doon mo mararamdaman na very close sila sa amin whenever they would ask us kamusta kayo o tingnan ko anong assignment niyo, baka pwede ako makatulong, no? Alright. So, mga ganon, may contact sa students.
Yes.
May connection. So, I kind of felt na parang the way they establish rapport with the students, there must be something more that this life could offer. Yon. At saka isa sa mga
aside from Father, from nakita mo na okay pala yung mga pare, hindi pala snobbish. So parang that was a factor, no, na na-attract ka sa priesthood. What about the role that your family played in your vocation? Ano sabi mo kanina, yung father side mo, maraming pare?
Yes, a family of priests, by the way. I have a cousin.
Meron kang uncle o kapatid ng father mo na pare?
Opo. At present, I have two uncles who are priests. So isang diocesan from the Diocese of Bangued and another one who passed away last 2010. SSP naman siya. And then another one, cousin, no, who is already in US.
Oh, okay. Wow. So anong role ng family mo sa iyong vocation aside from the role models that you have? Napaka-inspiring, no? Ngayon ako nakarinig that you are a family of priests. Na ibig sabihin talagang medyo marami.
Pagpunta niyo po sa aming hometown, they would call
ka, Father?
Sa Abra po. Lagangilang Abra.
Okay.
So the Aberions, they are what they call, no, what my townmates call our family said the Aberions as the Levitical family.
Levitical.
Levitical family kasi
Kasi
ang
maraming
daming
pari.
pare
Oh,
from our side.
but you are saying it, pero how, why did you say that you found priest? Baka ito yung nung bata ka pa, yung snobbish sila. Kasi kung may uncle kang pare, already that is an inspiration, hindi ba?
No, I did not see myself that one. Parang it's just parang nung bumibisita yung uncle ko sa aming family, parang it's just a family thing, but never did ever cross my mind na ano
Basta
na
ikaw, uncle kita, pari ka, uncle kita, doktor ka, uncle
yeah,
kita, ganito ka.
it did not matter until yung ano ko sa Rogationist College, yung enrollment ko sa Rogationist College, my interaction with the priest and brothers there, doon nag-shed light bakit ganun yung mga exposures ko when I was young.
Alright,
So,
so ano, when you say doon nag-shed light, bakit ganun yung exposure mo? What exactly are those experiences sa parang, kaya pala ganito? Ano yung mga exposure?
Na before I was
Before
high school,
Rogationist, before
before
enrolling there.
Rogationist, no, I was a sacristan for quite a long time. So grade 2, grade 3, I was already a sacristan hanggang sa pumasok ako ng seminary. So that one I did not understand. Una sa lahat, I did not understand why. And second thing, among the relatives that I have, no, I could say that I am closer to my uncle who passed away last 2010.
Who was a
No,
priest, no?
was a priest, Society of St. Paul. No.
Okay.
So ayun, those two things, those at
Alright.
least those two events.
When did you come very sure that you wanted to be a religious? Kailan yung hindi magiging pari ako? Kailan yung sure ka na? Kasi of course that is a journey, hindi ba?
Yes po. That was already sabihin natin last year of my high school. It was already fourth year. When I made up my mind.
Fourth year high school. So therefore, nag-AB philosophy ka dito sa Parañaque? Ganun ba yon? Kasi sigurado ka na?
No, high school muna ako and then college afterwards.
College yes, ang college mo is in Rogationist also?
Yes po. Seminary college.
Sa seminary dito, oo.
Yes.
So, by that time, sigurado ka na?
I was just betting. Kasi, how I can say that, I was just betting kasi sabi ko, I will be pursuing philosophy na hindi ko alam, walang nagbigay ng orientation sa akin. Not even my parents gave me an orientation kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng philosophy. Whereas kapag PCE, kabisado ko yan. No? Alam ko yung mga ins and outs niya.
May inclination ka ba sa electronics and communications engineering?
Yes, as a matter of fact, gusto ko sana mag-engineer before. Okay. I was quite sure, but I kind of feel na parang hindi ako magiging masaya. Napaka-simple lang. Na parang hindi ako magiging masaya.
Talaga, naisip mo yun? Yes. Hindi ka magiging masaya?
Yeah, I was kind of a futuristic, having a futuristic mind kasi. Parang I was weighing the consequences, paano kung ako gagraduate ako sa makuha after 4 years of ECE. What comes next? Then what? I could become a CEO of a company that I would start.
Yes.
Then what? Sabi ko, so doon ako tumigil. Sabi ko, oo nga, no? Ang nagpagpa-receive sa akin yan yung vocation orientation nung seminary. For the first time, napaisip ako.
Ano ang narinig mo na kaya ka napaisip, na nagpaisip sa'yo? Ang ganda nung sinabi mo, yung what next, yun yung tinanong mo?
What's next? Opo, what's next? Parang ito lang ba? Ito lang. Is this what life can offer? Parang ganun eh.
Alright. So then, ano yung narinig mo during the vocation orientation that made you decide, ay papasok ako ng seminary?
it's not so much of narinig, but my first time of a longer moment of silence
Wow.
na for 5 days, I was given that opportunity to be silent kasi when I was in high school, so it's a marathon of studies,
Yeah.
requirements, etc., etc. So I kind of realized na parang those moments, parang I did not have time to think for myself. Now that when I was given that opportunity, yung 5-day orientation na yon, maraming moments of silence. So doon ako napaisip na
Okay.
parang I was meant to be something more than just being a gamer, no? Being ECE guro, ECE student, or an ECE graduate, or a CEO, no? So I was thankful na nabigyan ako ng ganong opportunity and grace to be open to that silence.
We are grateful. So, what was your answer to yourself when you began to ask about the priesthood? What's next? Ano yung nakita mong, you saw the big picture, ang ganda-ganda, because when you ask what's next, I can imagine CEO is already like parang peak, and marami
Yun
namang
nga eh.
kadugtong yun. Marami namang next dun eh. Di ba?
I mean, I was even buying for Europe. Grabe, ganyan yung standards ko dati kasi I was quite good in math. I was quite good in science, no? And I
Wow,
was even
bright
buying for
boy pala
Europe.
to. Akala ko bright boy ka lang sa philosophy, theology, pati pala engineering. So ano yung sagot mo sa sarili mo? Nakita mo yung sa priesthood, yung what's next? What was the big picture that you saw in your mind or in your heart, if I may say?
So, I could say na I'd like to give myself a chance for the first time. Parang all throughout my life, I have been asked to do this one, to do this, to do this. For the first time, in my freedom naman, in my freedom, after what I have experienced, I'd like to give myself a chance.
Very good. So tell us about your seminary life. So you are saying your seminary life is you giving yourself a chance.
Yes,
Pwede ka ba dugtungan yun na it is you giving yourself a chance to be happy, to be truly happy?
exactly, tita.
Wow!
Even
Ang
in
ganda!
unexpected circumstances. Bakit? Kasi ang background ko is yung AB philosophy, no?
Yes.
Wala akong alam sa seminary life, wala akong alam sa 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 philosophy, wala akong background yan. So, my tito, I didn't even ask my tito who was alive back then,
Yes.
2008, 2009. I didn't even ask him kung paano ba yung buhay sa seminaryo. I even used to have a thinking na lahat ng mga seminarista nasa loob ay mga angels, mga bababae. So, yung mga
I think you found
very
you found the
innocent
opposite.
opposite, but at least it's real.
It's real.
It's part of being human na meron
Yes,
talagang
yes.
ganyan, struggles, no? Yes.
Okay, sa father, sabi mo nga you did not have a parang an idea of how seminary life would be.
Wala.
So, what did you
None
find
at all.
out for yourself when you finally entered?
So ang ginawa
Philosophy
ko,
student ka na.
isa sa mga interesting na ginawa ko, which I believe some of my mga immediate elder brothers is that I think they can still remember that one. Na I bought a lot of books, mga theology books,
Nako.
thinking na it could give me an advantage on what seminary life is all about. So ang dami ko biniling mga libro noon, no? Yeah. So
Pero, the opposite yung nakita mo.
the opposite ang nangyari. So Philo muna and then Theo. So yung mga binili ko dati na mga theology books, saka ko lang sila nagamit after 6 years. Yung 7th year ko, which was my first profession, doon ko pa lang nagamit yung mga binili ko mga theology books. So see, I was really I did not really have a clue on what Philo is all about. Even the seminary formation is all about.
What could be the biggest challenge in your seminary life? Sa
Marami.
seminary muna. Marami.
Maraming
Top of mind, top of
maraming
mind.
levels. Maraming levels. Parang
Maraming level,
in
okay.
yeah, since I was betting on something that I do not know way back then. So parang ang question na naglilinger sa akin dati is, am I wasting my time? And is it really worth it? Is it really worth the time? Even after 4 years, no? I ask myself, was those 4 years mean something to me pa?
Wow, okay.
Parang, was it worth it or did I waste my time? I was banking on a more regrets level kasi nga my father was convincing me talaga na i-pursue ko pa, no, yung engineering na gusto niya para sa akin.
Oh, okay. So you are saying, tama ba, while you were at the seminary, your father was still convincing you to shift courses? Kumbaga, shift ka na from philosophy to engineering, may ganon?
Exactly. May mga kapag whenever we had our encounters, parang he was kind of telling stories na magandang engineering.
Did you ever ask your father why he was telling you those things? Kasi I can imagine kung kami nung husband ko, merong anak na papasok sa seminary, parang gusto namin talaga, wag nang lalabas ng seminary at maging pari na. Pero iba yun nangyari sa'yo. Your father was it a sort of a testing of your vocation?
A testing, tita. Yeah, verification of my vocation.
A verification of your
how I would hold on to my vocation. Kasi when I was fourth year, ECE was still attractive at that time.
I think it is still
Promising
attractive to this day, no?
Yeah, promising pa rin siya.
Yes. So, Father, what was your greatest challenge before ordination? Was there ever a time as you were preparing in your diaconate that you said, ay hindi pala? So, what was your biggest challenge before ordination?
Evaluation.
Evaluations.
Evaluation
Tell us more
ng
about that. But when you say evaluation,
ng mga formators.
Kung ano yung sasabihin nila about you. Kumbaga yung grade mo.
Exactly, on how they would perceive me as a candidate for priesthood, no? Kasi we were being encouraged all along to really be honest with ourselves.
Of course.
Shy as I am, I would normally calculate. I would think over muna before I speak. Ganun ako eh. Mas magandang dinidiscern ko muna yung sasabihin ko before I would speak, no? Baka kasi sabi ko baka pag nagsalita ako nito I would regret later on, parang gano'n, no? So I'd rather think over muna, pray over hangga't maaari, and then I would share. Gano'n.
Pero I can imagine magaganda naman lahat yung evaluation sa iyo.
I'm just thankful na naging part ko ang mga rogationists on helping me become honest and open to myself and be at home with myself. No, that there is no force. Hindi ka pinapwes na mag-open, but they were also telling us, not only me, but they were also telling us na may consequence yan. Na kapag hindi ka nag-open ngayon, may ramifications yan later on.
Right.
No? You might open it to somebody else, you might open it to something else na
yes.
na incompatible sa aming vocation. So mas magandang at home ka na ngayon to where you are, that means yung community mo, rather than doon sa labas. No? So
that is good to hear, yes.
Yan po ang kagandahan ng formation sa mga rogationists.
Wow, that is very nice because you are my neighbors. And I am happy to hear that. Kayo ang aming mga go-to namin, di ba? Pag kailangan namin ng pare.
And, Father, and you were even helpful. Our neighbors were even helpful to us. Kasi kayo po ang nagbibigay ng feedback sa amin. Kung wala kayo, ay we would be speaking something else. We would be doing something else.
Thank you for saying that. I'm happy to hear that, Father. So, what was kasi halimbawa somebody will get married or you have a vision of your wedding, you also had a vision of your ordination. I can imagine meron ka na mga naiisip na, kasi we've seen ordinations before, And then suddenly, pandemic, parang na-ordain ka.
Yun nga eh.
So how did your ordination feel like? How was it different from your vision, of your plans for your ordination? Ilan po ba kayo noon? 5 or 6?
6. We were 6. We were 6 who were
Ganda, ganda.
ordained.
Oo. Yes. So,
Sa totoo lang Tita Rita, I was nainip ako.
nainip
Kasi
kang ma-ordain?
nainip ako ma-ordain.
Wow. So, kasi excited ka na.
Kasi excited ako to share the gift. No, I was so sure na gusto ko itong ibahagi sa iba, not because for myself, no,
Right.
na maraming naghihintay na I could have served more, no, rather than just waiting. So isa yan sa mga share ko sa mga sa mga formators ko, even with my provincial. Ang original plan kasi is that November, as part of our calendar sa province, no, is the month for the ordination, is the ordination. Kaya lang na-postpone, naging March. So in between those months, nainip ako. Yeah.
Bakit ba na-postpone? You were hoping na malilift na yung mga protocols?
Mga restriction. Isa po yun.
Restrictions, alright.
Yes.
So anong feeling mo ng ordination mo?
Tulala. I could not believe it.
May naalala ka ba? Tulala.
Right from the very beginning na pumasok ako na parang lahat ay unexpected, yet the Lord was the one who was lifting me. It was not it was a proof that hindi ako nagke-carry ng sarili ko lang. It was the Lord all along.
It was the Lord all along. So Father, as you were preparing for your priesthood, what were your hopes and dreams as a priest? Ano yung nakikita mong ginagawa mo, gagawin mo, mangyayari sa'yo? Ano yung mga hopes and dreams mo?
Wala akong ibang wish kundi ibigay ang regalong gusto ng Panginoon para sa lahat. It's not for me.
Napakaganda naman.
And that was one of my frustrations kasi ang daming restrictions.
Opo nga. So now, ngayon nga, paano ba ang buhay ng pare, ngayong pandemya, ano yung mga frustrations mo?
Frustrations such as I could not go as free as I can. No, I mean, of course, we still do with the protocol of asking permission, but yung natutunan kasi namin sa theology na whenever there is a need for a person to be given to this ministry, dapat nandun ka. Dapat you are there to give that that grace, that sacrament, no. Kaya lang dito everything has to be calculated and everything has to be done in prudence. So imagine ang daming kailangang sagutin na tanong such as ito bang ini-minister mo, nagka-COVID ba ito? Ito bang pamilya na ito may naka-experience ba ng COVID? So na para sa akin sana as a priest, no, hindi ko na dapat tatanungin 'yon.
Oo.
Kasi kapag may nangailangan ng visa, I should be there.
Yes.
I should be available pala. I should be available. I must be available to give the sacrament pag may nanghingi. So those were one of my greatest challenge, the freedom to give the gift that was given to me.
The freedom to give the gift. What do you think, Father, did this pandemic do to the Catholic?
Isa sa mga napansin ko, Tita, is to trim the fat. One of the challenges is to trim the fat. Trim the fat meaning to leave off the essentials and focus on what is to leave off the unessential, the unnecessary, and to focus on what is the essential. And
what is the essential?
Yeah, relationship with God and relationship with others. It was a time, sa napansin ko, it was a time for all of us even to evaluate even our relationship with God and with our neighbor. So yan ang isa sa nakita kong one.
What would be like your message to the Filipino Catholic? Kasi 'di ba, open na ang churches. Well, at least 30%, but in the availing of the sacraments, what would be your message to the Catholic? If you talk about essentials, what is truly essential?
I would say na in a way of encouraging na kung talagang mahalaga sa atin ang Panginoon, we would do our best. And part of that doing our best is that lakas ng loob, no, to really embrace the Lord as He would want us to embrace Him. And that is to approach the sacrament without getting scared. No? Although nagbigay ng mga guidelines ang simbahan and we are ready to explain that, we are ready to share that. But the pandemic must not become a hindrance for all of us to approach the Lord, to approach the sacraments lalong-lalo na. Kasi there is a temptation right now to get complacent, to get satisfied, to get contented na lang with virtual reality. Pero
Yes.
meron naman ng lifting of restrictions. Kung nagpabakuna ka na, why is there still a scare, no, of just going to the church? Hindi ka naman siguro maggagala afterwards, no? After you go
At
to the
saka
church.
naka-face mask naman at saka naka-face
Naka-face
shield,
mask
hindi po
naman.
ba? At saka ang
Yeah.
laki-laki naman ng mga simbahan.
Ang laki-laki ng simbahan. There is a social distancing, di ba? Na
Opo.
ini-implement ang mga simbahan, no? So why is there still a scare? I would understand sa mga elder nating mga kapatid, but if you are young and you're still strong, nakapagbakuna ka na, complete ka na, and you're still contented with virtual reality, but I would encourage, no? I would just still encourage na go to the church, no? And celebrate the Eucharist here and now.
I can imagine, Father, masasabi mo bang mas konti na yung nagpupunta sa confession ngayon?
Yes, indeed. May kakuntian nagpupunta sa confession. Because there are a lot of factors. Especially sa pandemic, syempre yung scare pa rin ng social distancing, no? Kasi pagdating sa confession, we were used to set up na malapit yung penitent sa priest confessor, mga ganon, no? But there were already some indications from the church, no? It's just a matter of having it explained, no? Yun ang kailangan i-explain ng maayos sa mga tao. Hindi lang yung ipo-post mo yung document then that's it, no? Which sometimes kailangan i-insist sa mga tao.
If you will be asked, and I'm asking you now, ano ang kulang sa Filipino Catholic? Ano ang kakulangan namin?
There are a lot of things. Obviously, there are a lot of things to work out, no? But isa sa mga nakita ko, at least personally, is yung translation of what we have learned into practice, no?
Okay.
Yung ang dali kasing matutunan na God is love, no? That God wants us to be honest, to be truthful, no? But to translate it in actions, witnessing, no? As this mukhang mahirap yata. Parang ang nangyayari, pag nasa loob ng simbahan, mabait lang tayo, pero pag sa labas, balik tayo sa ating lumang sarili. No, yun ang isa sa mga problema natin.
Okay.
No, na pwede nating tignan, pwedeng i-reflect natin, pwedeng points for conversion and even for change.
If I may say, lalo na ngayon kung nasa virtual ka lang. So hindi ka na pumapasok sa simbahan. Father, final message for the young people who are thinking of their vocation.
Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Ito lang ang sasabihin ko. There are more graces when you take on the unexpected, when you let God inspire you to do the unexpected. And this is what I have been living all along. Lahat ng mga unexpected, even the assignments that were given to me were unexpected. But in those unexpected things, graces will flow. If you want to be happy, let the unexpected do something for you.
Wow, that is so nice. Okay, Father, ano ngayon ang papel mo sa vocationist? I know that you are assigned kung saan-saan. So ano ang assignment mo ngayon?
Una po sa lahat, my superiors have given me the directorship of the Pastoral Institute for Vocation Ministry. That's why I mentioned a while ago na medyo busy tayo sa enrollment. So we've got a lot of courses to open and to even offer to the people, no? Not only to the religious but even to the lay. No? Everybody is welcome. And secondly, sa social communication, sa dissemination ng charism namin, so to say. No? And pangatlo, the recent addition is to be part of the chaplaincy team ng University of Perpetual Health, System Dalta sa Las Piñas.
Sa Dalta, yes.
So happy naman ako kasi magkaka-connect sila. Connected sila.
Punong-puno. Your plate is very full, Father.
Punong-puno, but I am happy. I am happy, Tita.
Thank you so much. I am happy to hear that. Thank you so much, Father Francis Aberion, for your time and all your sharings tonight.
Thank you very much po, Tita. And God bless you po. God bless po sa ating mga manonood.
God bless you, Father. Thank you so much, my dear viewers, for watching this episode. If you like it, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. We read and value your comments. So please feel free to write down your comments and suggestions in the space provided below. We thank Father Francis again for guesting in our show tonight. We thank you for the inspiration, and let us not forget his message to let go and just let the unexpected happen, because that is when the grace of God will truly flourish. This is Rita Dairit reminding you today, haba-habaan po ang pasensya sapagkat ang buhay parang life.